Hello, this is Annan. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I've prepared a little bit of a speech before getting into the actual video, because it is currently about 1 week before Christmas, and whether or not you actually celebrate Christmas or New Year's, as a matter of fact, I think this might feel good to hear nonetheless. I know I'm just a stranger on the internet. However, I can probably relate to what you are feeling like, whether you believe it or not. Whether you find yourself in a dark place right now, or you have for a long time, whether it is daily, monthly, annual pain, maybe a lifelong. Whatever you are currently experiencing, if it's loneliness that usually comes with other great deals, if it's actual physical pain, if it's mental illness, if it's a handicap, if you're just looking for that partner you can't seem to find, or even friends, if you're missing family, or you just recently lost a person very dear to your heart, very important to your life, whether it be that you're just looking for a job, that you're working towards a goal, but it just seems so far away, or maybe you're looking for shelter altogether. I'm trying to keep myself back here, but I know what you're feeling like, okay? We've all been there. Every regular human will be there at least once in a lifetime. And just know that as long as you put in the effort, as long as you put in the willpower, you have the might, and only you do, to improve your life. Whether it's slowly, very slowly, steadily, step by step, or very quickly, that depends on you and how much willpower you possess to change your life. You can't just gain willpower out of nowhere. You have to have it. You have to work towards a goal. And if you don't have a goal and you just feel miserable in your life, pick a goal and work towards it. Maybe it's more freedom, okay? Maybe it's spirituality. Maybe it's feeling body positivity to a certain level. Maybe it's getting healthier, right? Just getting that nice body, or doing an activity you always wanted to do but it takes a long time to train or learn. Maybe it's a job. Maybe you should just quit that shitty job and work towards what you actually like to do, what you actually enjoy doing. Maybe it's just spare time. Whatever it may be, whether you are sad, angry, whether you're grooming someone, just know that you don't have to be alone, right? Even if things might seem dire right now, you can look for friends, at least online, all right? You can look for people. You might have lost your entire family, for all I know. You might be completely alone physically, but just know that you do not have to live this life the way it is. You have the power to change things. As long as you have the willpower, as long as you put in the effort, as long as it might take, just never give up. Put in the effort, work towards that goal, work towards that just little bit of hope on the horizon to finally become happy. And even then, just know that happiness doesn't maintain itself. People are not generally happy, not with everything. People are generally not into their own bodies. They're not happy with themselves. You just have to come to an understanding that you have to accept yourself, and you have to learn to love yourself in order to make things improve. That is the first step. Work towards that goal. That is your first goal when working towards anything. You have to understand yourself, and you have to accept yourself to a certain level. All right? Even the most perfect people on earth, on the very baseline, they will not like their own body some days. They will wake up, stand in front of a mirror and be like, no, I don't like myself. Whether it's their traits, their body, whether it's their very being, or the people they hang out with, cut those toxic people. Quit that shitty job. Pursue happiness. Okay. Now on that note, I know what it's like being alone on Christmas or New Year's. I've been alone for a very long time. And today I am the happiest I have ever been. I have achieved all my dreams. I'm still working on it. I'm quite young, as you can probably tell by my voice and this general attire. However, I have achieved what I always dreamed of and what I've always been working towards. And not everyone can be this lucky, but at least try to get there. Because if you're not trying, things will never improve. It was a very long journey for me as well. And a very painful journey. Anywho, just do something that makes you happy. If you're alone on Christmas, at least know that you might be able to watch some great movies, sniff some great food out in the open or inside. Maybe it's your neighbors. Okay, I don't know your exact situation. However, there is something fun to do on Christmas. While just imagine that some people are kind of forced to spend time with their family, which they really dislike. Maybe some people feel different about this than you do. And you might argue that, yeah, but I would love to have that. But they would love to have what you are having. You can use your time well and do something you enjoy. Just use your time. Don't let it go to waste. Don't waste away in front of your phone watching dumbass TikToks all day long, because they will never make you happy. These things, social media and certain corners of the internet, they simply exist because of people that have given up on themselves, right? That are not trying any longer to become happy, that are trying to make others feel miserable. Don't become like that, because that's not a life worth living. I think that's enough. Just have a good time is all I'm saying, and I hope you can enjoy this video. That should about sum it up. Today's build is going to be the final, how do I put this? It's gonna be kind of the final episode, final installation of this kind of series where I put one element and I find some nuance to it, and I make this kind of double themed build where I just take one entire element for a build and then an entire nuance to the same build. Today's element will be wind, which is not my strong suit at all. I am quite terrible at playing with wind. In fact, I've only ever played a handful of builds, and I would only ever consider a handful of Wind Arcana playable, decent, worth my time, fun, and strong damage-wise. None of which we are going to be using today, pretty much. We're going to be combining 3 Arcana that I would never use, that I've never really used before, with 1 Arcana that I am quite comfortable using, and try to not die and try to win a run. But primarily, try not to die, because I have not playtested this build at all. I did not go through the torture this time to playtest myself on a build that I really don't want to play. No, this is gonna be a surprise first attempt, never even practiced, for a second build. Which also means that I'm not going to be able to explain this build well, or play it well, or that you're going to be able to learn much in terms of Wizard Religion skills, because I simply do not possess many, or any at all. Anywho, let's get into it. Today's build is called, which is a name that I just came up with, basically, Tickling Tornadoes. Because, as you might guess, this is a very low damage build, like most full wind builds. Where we're having a stroke there, sorry. Where we are going to be tickling enemies to death, and hopefully beyond that. What is this? Are these carved in swords? This is like the first time. Are these creeks? Looks a little like a sword, a little like a creek. This is the first time I've really seen these. Man, there's a lot of dumb shit that's gonna occur today simply because I'm playing wind, and things always pan out that way. This is not a record that I will be retaking too many times, unlike something like Boss Rush, where if I fuck up a run, I'm just gonna re-record the whole thing. But this is live commentary of my stupidity, and you are my witness today, so I hope you're having a good time watching me do dumb shit and probably outrage and my incompetence. Just be wary that I'm aware I suck at this. Okay, enough of the self-pity, let's get into it. Self-pity, sorry, I didn't pronounce that properly. Right, for our rope, we will be using the tempo rope. Duh, it's like essentially triple speed, tempo in the name. run speed in the stats, and then cooldown reduction, so we can blow our enemies more often. Just blow that slight, the poof of gust at our enemies to tickle them just slightly more, so they, I don't know, have a heart attack or something. I don't know if you can actually have a heart attack from being tickled, but there's probably some old person that died to a heart attack while being tickled. Who knows? I don't know. I don't want to look that up, on the other hand. Don't look that up, kids. Do not look that up. You will probably be scarred for life. Anyway, for a starting item, we will be going with the equally as menacing as these tornadoes, Cabi's cotton candy. Yeah, it's fucking adorable. Because I feel like this is the only wind item that actually has a sufficient effect. Whereas you could argue that Rudra's Pinwheel, for example, has a strong effect, increasing the damage of all of Arcana. It's a fucking pinwheel. That shit is cute as fuck. It's not even there to measure wind, like wind speeds. It's just there to look cute while there's a teeny tiny bit of wind. But we are not going to be having a teeny tiny bit of wind. In fact, we are going to be having massive amounts of wind. Lot of wind, in fact. I'm really running out of gas here. I really don't know what to say. How am I going to sell this build, man? I don't even like it myself. Anyway, it's a themed build. I'm going to be torturing myself through this, whether or not I win this run. This is not a retake, alright? I said it. I said it. I dare say it. Cabi's is just gonna assist us in dealing some damage. That's the whole point here. It shoots a little tornado occasionally when you're basing Arcana, which pierces enemies, it slows them, and it deals quite a hefty chunk of damage for a candy, actually. Come on, proc it. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. There you go. Alright, and it slows enemies. I don't know if I said that already. You could argue that something like the Windy Balloon, whatever the fuck it's called, Brilliant Balloon actually work as well, or other wind-themed items such as the aforementioned Pinwheel or Breezy Grey Canvas, or other items, but beside the Balloon, actually none of these really work all that well. And Balloon is also like, because that would definitely tear inside of a fucking whirlwind and not be like spun around in neat-looking ways. No. Anywho, sticking with the theme. You know me, you know I'm kind of pedantic regarding that, so we're gonna be going for cotton candy. For our Arcana, naturally we will be running Air Spinner, which is the only spinning basic wind Arcana in this game, sort of turning you into tornadoes, spinning little tornadoes around it. For our dash, we will be running Vortex Trap, which is an Arcana that I can't even comprehend how to explain to someone. So you dash into direction, and then opposite towards your dash direction, there will be, on the spot that you finish the dash on, created this little AoE, which if enemies run into it, it will shoot a wind, again, opposite to the direction that you dashed into, which will hit all enemies in its wake, pushing them back with it. It deals a tiny bit of damage, it can be chained, like so. This will basically never happen. It's not really a combo or anything, this just doesn't really happen. Why are we going for this very underwhelming Arcana? Because, two simple reasons. It's round. It looks a bit like a tornado. It's really the only option we got here. And it pushes enemies around, which is a common theme of this build, at least a little bit. It has the capability of pushing enemies, plenty of enemies, technically, into pits, like so. I just have to hit one. I just have to hit it. That's the issue here. And it will pierce through all of them. It's a little bit like the ice spear, the glacial spear thing, where we'll just pierce enemies, push them around, and... Oh man. I really don't know how to sell this, I'm sorry. The upgrade is decent. It has increased range. It's a lot bigger, makes comboing it a lot easier because, as you can tell right there, it's quite hard to hit like this. You can use it as a bit of a zoning tool, so enemies that approach it will just be pushed back. But other than that, it doesn't really serve a purpose in my book anyway. For our standard, we will be running Gale-Force Alignment, which someone, like a physician or someone, has to explain me. What is that reference? Who's Gale? What does it even mean? I don't know. Shoots a line of tornadoes, dealing a little bit of damage. Maybe like 20, 30, 40, right about 30 I'd say, I would guess. damage, holding enemies in place, kind of realigning them to be in the middle of those tornadoes. It is quite narrow, but it's not as narrow as other line abilities. As you can tell right there, it will drag enemies in and hold them neatly in place, so you can burst them down with your other stuff like the Vortex Trap. Just, technically you could group them up like this, like vortex them outside and regroup them. And then to conclude things, we got Whirling Tornado as a signature, which, duh, it's a fucking tornado, so that's why we're using it. It has massive knockback, it deals decent damage, and it combos kind of nicely with this theme of pushing people around, regrouping them, and then bursting them down with our basic and the cotton candy. That's the whole build idea. We are compensating for the general lack of our standard and signature damage with our basic and our standard item. And cooldown reduction, preferably. Whirling Tornado is kind of neat. There's not much to say about this build, honestly. These Arcana are fairly simple to look at, simple to grasp, and simple to use. However, when you take a look at the charge signature, just throw all of that right out of the window because it can be redirected. So let's say I cast it while standing still, this will happen. Which is very bad when you think about, well, this is supposed to deal damage to bosses too, and it will hit them like with 2 tornadoes, and that's it. Because the rest is just going nowhere. But, man, just watch this. Right, that's a possibility, something like this. You can redirect it actively. Just like charged Arcana, however, you have to be very fast, and I believe a human is pretty much unable to do this in an efficient way. I believe you have to be a computer to get those inputs right. But sometimes, if you strafe in a circle, it will work, where all the tornadoes might hit your target, but other times it will just leave this little unintentional line. Yeah, that is exactly what I'd like. So say I'm standing inside of my boss here, and I cast this tornado, and I hit with all of them. Yeah, roundabout like that. And that will actually deal a decent chunk of damage. However, it is still very underwhelming when compared to something like something as simple as Exploding Fireball, which deals fucking 50 damage per hit and then hits 3 times on a signature. So, very underwhelming. But it's more utility than anything else. Alright, I think I am done. I don't really have anything to say. These Arcana are quite shallow to operate. So let's get into the run, man. Let's grab some money. So, intended build playstyle, I don't really have anything to say. Just push folks into pits whenever you can, and when you can't, try to zone them away from you and then basic them down. This also kind of explains our potential problems and the choice of items that I'll be getting into soon. Potential problems being Shu, for obvious reasons. The entire wind dungeon. We don't care much about slowing people, we just care about pushing them into pits. So we can do that anywhere, anytime. However, when we deal a lot less damage into wind, into fire, things get out of hand quickly. And boss damage is gonna be terrible. I am hoping that we can actually finish, i.e. beat this run. I'm not all that sure. It's mostly all about that topic, right? That theme and sticking with it. It's not so much about winning the run, alright? Just snort that copium. For items, we will be running everything around our basic and damage. That's quite important. Cooldown reduction won't do the job. Critical hit chance will be okay, actually, if we come across that. Like a lens, for example, I'll take it. I'll at least consider doing that, as long as as I'm low on money, since critical hit chance on a hit that is 3 damage a hit is not all that helpful. Like, it will deal double the damage per hit, cool, but that's not a lot. It doesn't hit many times, it's just, it's just tickling enemies. So hopefully we can find some damage, because if we don't, I don't think we stand a chance. I don't think this build can play with a lot of defense and still have a fairly high chance of winning. So let's get into it, shall we? Let's try to maybe avoid Zeal, because that would be my absolute nightmare. Like Shu, yeah, Shu is fairly bad, but Zeal, I do not want to deal with at all. Since, for various reasons, really. For example, fire enemies, they burn you, for example, right? That's one thing. That's one disadvantage. Burning leads to a lot of damage being dealt to you very quickly, and interrupting your attacks also very quickly. And they have this thing where, especially the knights that I'm afraid of, they have the fire shield around them, which will stop you from essentially running into them with your basic. And I hate that. I absolutely hate that. And I hate getting burnt mid-basic as well. So let's try to get rid of Zeal first. Please, no Shu. Okay, we get all of them. Of course, it's one of those runs. At least it's gonna be entertaining. Oh, mama. This, not looking forward to this. No. I can't actually say that. I'd be lying. I put together this build. Of course I'm looking forward to it. To summon... Oh, shit. Fuck that. Man, I hate fire dungeons sometimes. It's just a bitch. Ah! Of course, I am looking forward to playing this build and actually trying it out, since I'm the one who put it together. So I am interested in playing it, but I'm gonna be at least a little bit miserable doing so. Already having taken like 75 damage. Or at least it goes across pits, but it's not really capable of pushing him inside. Or pulling him inside, rather. Look at that. He's just balancing himself out. And that's looking very odd. So I'm pushing him into the pit, but the money, for example, just flies right across. Looking as if I pushed him across the pit, and then he just died for whatever reason. Oh man, this is gonna be a treat. How entertaining would it be if I just died on first floor? Probably not very much, honestly. So let's try to avoid that, yeah? Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good to me. I'm not sure whether our signature can actually destroy projectiles, but our basic definitely can. Which I didn't present since I have been using this on various occasions. And you should know by now that Air Spinner can actually destroy projectiles. It's not very efficient at that, but it's a basic, so take for granted what this basic is handing to you, right? Because most basics, they're not that deep, they're not that hard to use or difficult to understand. There's not really mechanics with them per se, but to this one, yeah, there are mechanics, multiple even. Nope, the arrows came right through. I am such an idiot right now. I haven't been playing plenty of Wizard lately. It's another reason why this is gonna be rather entertaining. That looked just... oh my god, that looked stupid. Yes, they appear as if they are all destroying projectiles. Definitely not taking that, thank you. Token of Commerce makes Kremai appear, right? Yeah, I don't think that would be too helpful. Ah, I keep doing this. But at least we could then trade the token for a bunch of money. Like a Pinata would be much more helpful because we might need some extra Arcana to help us with Shu, especially. Get the Captain's Ring. It's not very helpful. Whenever I play a one element build, I get to see Captain's Ring for whatever reason instead of Royal Flush. Man. It's kind of comical. In a way. Satirical. No, not so much satirical. Is it cynical or simply ironic? I don't know. You be the judge of that. Destructive Abacus. I like the idea. I do, but we'll get it later. First we get these two upgrades, I'd say. Yeah, look at that trap, it's a lot bigger. And I don't know what these wins do, I think it's a lot longer. Typically that's a line upgrade. Pretty terrible damage, as one would expect. What does it do? Alignment travels further and lasts longer. That's okay. At least it gives you a little more time to recover your cooldowns. I do like that. Well, no, I don't like it. I respect it. Alright. Liking it, that'd be a little bit over the top. Oh my god, dude. I love bullying thieves, man. It's my favorite enemy in this game by far. It's the best design enemy. It's always fair, but always a threat. It can overwhelm you very quickly, especially when there are multiple thieves. But a single one is already enough to overwhelm you, which I love. Fantastic game design. Fuck you, dude. Oh, dude, that was almost not even enough to kill him. Let's test this. Come on, shoot. Okay, those can actually destroy projectiles. That's odd. I definitely would have expected that to work. Yay, 10 damage. Oh, shit. I hit the wall. That's okay. Happens sometimes. Havoc is putting in work, man. Yeah, as predicted, cooldown reduction is quite essential to playing this. In the early game, at least, when you don't have a bunch of damage. We are going to be having Kremar here, so a bunch of money. We can definitely afford getting Air Spinner right away. It's a fantastic damage upgrade. I'm not sure whether it's a 100% damage upgrade. I mean, my absolute peasant brain would say so, since it's double the discs, so it's probably double the damage, but I don't know, people who actually know math would probably disagree on that. With me. Not with each other, but just with me. I am so excited here, man. I don't know, like whenever I play something that makes me miserable, for whatever reason I get really excited, because at least this is a challenge. And a challenge means challenges to overcome. Stuff to be learned, at least. Lessons, right? Not necessarily facts, but certainly lessons to be learned. Which usually implies that you died a very stupid death, which might just happen, who knows, we'll see. Oh shit, I should have just used the whirlwind right away. I was like, getting cocky, I was trying to dash in there and stun lock them with the whirlwind. No, I should have just done that too, destroy the projectiles. Same here, just push them into the pits, man. The knockback is quite large, so you can definitely shove people around. If not for the knockback, what else are you playing Wind for? Crowd control? No, really? Stop joking. It's not funny. Boom. Well, that's not even enough on him. Maybe he has knockback resistance because he's an elite enemy. Maybe just because he's fire. I don't know. I don't do wind, man. Someone tell me, please. Someone tell me how to play, please. That'd be great. Yo, Avatar. Yo, Ang. I need some help, man. Could you hit me up? Kinda lost here. You're trying to bend, what, like 4 elements? I'm failing bending it I'm failing bending 1. So, if you've actually watched a full wind boss rush from me before, just know that those took anywhere between, like, many hours. I kind of want to end myself, and certainly a day. Now, but for real, they took a long-ass time. Like, way longer than a regular boss rush, because I need to learn how to use underwhelming Arcana first. I don't typically play Arcana that are terrible. They just don't deal any damage. Oh, what's this actually called? Gust Volley, right. I played with that recently. Let's do the head thing. Oh, this time I believe it did actually get rid of the arrow there. Thieves are just too fast for me, man. More cooldown reduction is greatly appreciated. Translates into a lot more damage this early on. Dice is decent damage. Now, if we actually find some crit chance, this might come in handy. Are you ready to leave? Yes, I would not like to sell any of these. These are actually quite helpful. Now, already at Zeal. Might as well use the dash since it won't be doing much here. Let's try to not be too cocky, alright? I tried to counter that with the NATO. I'm having great trouble seeing where she's actually at. Okay, thank you, Magician's Head. That was actually quite good for this kind of build. But let's be fair, we got basically all of Arcana enhanced. Like, this is as good damage as we could deal at this point in time without actual damage ups. Stomp. Come on. Can y'all kill, please? Just... Come on. Aw. Just pushes them across. And they just fall down the pit. Oh my god, it's... Oh man. Yeah, I'm not good at this game. In case you thought anything of me, just know that whenever I fail a run, and it's not entertaining enough, I just hit record and do it all again. It's not first try, okay? This is real life. People are shit. People fail their job. Ooh, I think they just blocked the little tornado attack. Whoa! Oh, wrong direction. Come on, jump. You absolute doofus. Stalwart defenders, man. What a garbage Arcana. It deals decent damage, but it cucks you. Usually. At least in my opinion. Definitely getting that candy. Love the box of sweets. It's gonna be very helpful. Hopefully we'll be able to get the Dark Katana as well. Which I believe is only applicable to our... No, not even. It's not even applicable to our signature, but definitely to our basic. That's kind of odd, right? Because it's definitely not a projectile. That was meant to be diagonal. Controller aim. You know how it is, man. Excuses. Nah, but that was for real controller aim, though. Hey, come closer. Come on, dude. You're just not trying hard enough, bro. dashing right into the winds. No present. Fuck you, Pinata. Just wall them off. Start what counts as a wall. Stop! Oh, thank God I got Starwater, man. Ooh, Scales of Babylon. For more cooldown reduction and a lot movement speed. It's like you're instantly mounting. Like, instantly, I guess mounting in this game would be considered running at full speed. Or running, period. I really like it. And very good bonus, beside the cooldown reduction. It does this very well. It's great knockback, it destroys obstacles extremely well in a massive radius around you. Isn't it just fucking perfect? Just look at this. And then do it all again. And I got it back up again, because cooldown reduction. Absolute dumbass. He looked like an actual player right there. Just, I don't know, man. Hitting that barrel right up his face. Dying like an absolute idiot. The most ungodly, stupid way possible. Quite enjoyable to watch that. To watch someone else doing that. I tried to cast it through the wall to stop him, but failed that one miserably. Jump! You bitch ass. I love Scales. It's gonna work well in this build. It's a very AoE heavy build, so naturally Scales is a great addition to that. We can just group enemies and then Scales them away for an even greater knockback. Theoretically. Practically, I don't think that stacks. Like so. Just run. I hate lances, man. Why can't you just be normal, man? Why did my son become a lancer? Jump. Oh, cool, Shark Mask. That's gonna come in handy. Very helpful, actually. Okay, let's move on. Atlas is gonna be a breeze. And that's a great pun, because we're playing all wind. No, please. Please stop running away. Please listen to me. I swear it was just a joke. Okay, it wasn't a joke. I didn't mean it. Stop running away. Come back, please. Epa! Oh no, 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 no. Could you not? Oh no, no, no. In case you didn't know, enemies will target these stalwart defenders. Now you know. Fuck this shit, man. Oh, interesting. Did I just proc that off of an obstacle? I'm pretty sure I did. I'd have to try that again. Yes, I did. That's cool. So now we know what is what this Arcana is actually decent at, which is obstacle clear. Still pretty bad. Doesn't really make it any better, but at least I can do something like this and completely miss all my enemies with it. No, 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 no! Don't cuck me again. That was meant to be, Just shut up, man. Nobody wants to hear it. It's okay. It's okay to do dumb shit. Look, as long as I'm alive, that's good enough for me. Oh, stomp them little slimes into the ground. Make them mushy. Squeeze them. Want to have some black slime juice tonight? Okay, resistance is cool. I'm gonna buy that for the VIP membership. Which I totally knew the name of. For sure. Just basic our way through that. And then check the one-ways real quick. I tend to call dead ends one-ways. Just makes sense in the original semantics of the word, I suppose. Ooh. You cheeky little bastard. Could you not do that? No, I hate you. Shut the fuck up. Get off my lawn, kiddo. Alright, another dead end. I didn't call it one way. Are you proud of me? Are you proud of me, Daddy? Alright, let's not make it any more awkward than it has already been. And just move on with our day. Temper Robe is not really worth upgrading. Let's go down there. Sure. We might find a quill and then we don't have to go back all the way to clear. That's a very lazy, stupid reason, but it's a reason nonetheless. Fuck you and your wind drill that doesn't even exist in this game. For real, who gave you the wind drill, man? Aw, you cheeky little bastard. Back into the pit. Come on, dash into me. Make this fun. No trap room. Alright, moving on. I want to make my enemies suffer. Suffer like I am. Like, come on. Is that too much to ask for? Ooh, anti-slow. That might come in handy against Shu. We all know I am terrible at dodging. But Eric Clog is usually good enough to dodge his signature. Woo, that crit! Nice Dice of the Nemesis plus Shark Mask combination there. We hit many times, so eventually you will definitely get a Dice of the Nemesis proc. However unlikely it may seem. Now, instead of this absolutely dumbass buy, we could have gotten Claws of Tomo or a heavy travel jacket bit. Just remember that I bought the anti-slow because I'm a pussy and I would rather not take damage from a very small portion of the game, being Shu's signature, than not die on Sora. Just keep that in mind. I'm a dumbass. Things happen. Get over it. Fuck you. I'm a professional. I know what I'm doing. No, no. Oh my god. That's so goofy. You keep pulling Starwood. And I thought this Arcana couldn't get any worse. Don't have the time to redirect. Okay, let's try to... And we failed already. That's okay, that's okay. We just keep spamming this shit. That's basically it. Just keep spamming because you basically don't have any cooldowns anyway. We get an actual Arcana that deals a bunch of damage. Holy shit, this run is saved. But unfortunately, it is lightning against the Earth Dungeon. So maybe don't use that? No, we're gonna use it. Even though Starward is kind of neat into all those knights because it keeps them at bay. This is an Arcana that actually deals damage. You sly son of a bitch. Oh, look at those crits. Stop that shit. I hate summoners. Absolute fucking pieces of shit, man. I was about to say try again, bitch ass, but then he just came back with the vengeance and actually did it. Fucked me up. Man, this is so sad. Can we hit 300 likes? This is so sad, guys. Aww. Still a long way to go. Relatively. At least we have some projectile destruction, alright? Things could be a lot worse. You have to be fairly fast against these guys, though. Ah, my nose is really itchy right now. And of course, we don't have the water to bust this chest. It's okay. We will definitely find it. Did they just try to dash across this pit? Are you for real? Did I just watch that with my own eyes? Come on around the corner, you bitch ass. Okay. That looked goofy as shit again. I'm not gonna say this ain't fun, but it certainly isn't efficient. Or safe, for that matter. Just look at my health bar, man. Again, projectile destruction goes a long way. That boulder would have... Man. Holy shit. I just had a little bit of a heart attack there. I feel like that boulder would have just flew right through. Things looked like so. Be wary of the instant ninja teleport into stun combo. Fuck you. I can shoot around the corner. What? So could he, apparently. What the fuck was that? You have to understand, I rarely ever play a build that is so bad that I actually get to see enemies' attacks. I don't know, can you relate? I feel like there are not that many runs that go so horribly wrong that you simply don't just kill enemies right away. Typically, anyway, that's how I play. I don't know. I just feel like that's kind of the norm here. So I don't know most elemental enemy attacks. Like in the Frost Dungeon, I do, for whatever reason, but outside of that, Earth Dungeon, for example, not so much. Took me a long time to understand how to avoid Earthen Knights, for example, because they have just so many ways to fuck you up with their Earthen Ice Block, among other things that don't make much sense. Seriously, why do the Earthen enemies have an Ice Block? And why the fuck do Wind enemies have that Drill attack? It just doesn't make any sense, brother. Come on. I would rather not step too close there, because he will fuck me up. Definitely would have fucked me up. I did not get water here, and I might not even. Yep. I don't have a sprite either, so there's no way to crack it. I believe sprites count, so this counts as fire damage, for example. Which, yeah, obviously that would also not work, and stones neither, because you have to have an enemy nearby to even try that. Do we grab the chakra locket? Yeah, let's just... critical heals. Oh. Counter rogue. Not cool. Very much not cool. For many reasons, really. Mostly a billion different enemies that take a long time to be killed. That was decent. Take our box. That will never find a appliance, I don't think. Oh no, that would have been awesome. Ah, that hurts. Just a little. Just a little bit. Okay. Ball of Lightning might not seem too helpful here, but trust me, the Star Wars defenders will make things a lot more complicated. Just like they usually do. Unnecessary complication is my name. And the game. Just overuse my tornado. So projectiles don't stand a chance. Same here. Just fuck those projectiles because I don't really have another way of dodging them. When they're just coming right at me. Just a million projectiles. Yeah, you just spam auto tag and hope that those are enough auto tags to kill all those projectiles. Or you have your tornado up and you just press it and all those projectiles just go to waste. Like, bye bye, mages. It was not nice meeting you. Like, right there. Whoops. Watch out for the thief, spawning right about here. Because of that? Holy shit, man. Alright, try to manage damaging the archer there while pushing the thief into the pit. Being kind of cornered here. Holy moly, that's a lot of enemies! Just do that while I can. Okay, I certainly forgot someone. Just who is it? Who wants to fuck me up? Seems like I got all of them. It would appear so. Oh, this would be absolute chaos. Just a million Vortex Traps everywhere. Tapping Gloves would actually be a decent damage up, but I can't be bothered playing with that right now. Mainly because it's quite complicated to manage. I hate that so much. Why do you have an instant ice block? I feel like I'm sore right now. Just, man. Those players are rude. They don't know moral, they don't know fairness, it's just instant ice block. No retaliation at all, just instant fucking blocking your damage, dealing 50 plus damage. Not even affected by, like, knockback. Prior. Like, it's like, during the animation they're already invincible. It's fucking stupid, man. Yes, we are walking back up here. It's just a way to cope. Just more copium. Copium straight into those veins. Yeah, jump right back into the winds, you dumbass. Absolutely laughable, man. Try again. The zoning potential, for obvious reasons, is decent. I would say a dash doesn't really do a great job at zoning, even though that's pretty much the only thing this can do. Just use Tornado right away, has to get rid of the projectiles there. And preemptively, even when we're not hitting enemies, at least we're getting rid of those projectiles. Balancing out those stupid mistakes on the matter that we did earlier. Let's pretend like I hit everything there and didn't just totally miss. Oh, that was ingenious and totally planned, by the way. Well, unfortunately not. I'm a magician. At least we're getting to see Glass Cannon, which might come in handy considering that we keep being low HP anyway. Double Toil, no thanks. I do not want to die just yet. So Glass Cannon is actually quite helpful. Could also go for that item right here. For a bunch of signature charge, which in turn means a lot more damage. Destructive Abacus is okay. What would I rather have? Abacus or Windbreaker? We still have to... No, we only have to do Atlas and then the Sorarums. Takeout box seems completely unnecessary at this point. So, Absorption Coil. With a Sweater, that could be... That could come in handy. Potentially. Imagine this box, the supply crate, working with cursed items. That would be ridiculous. Now, do we get rid of Abacus? Again, it's the relic in question right here. Would I rather get rid of Windbreaker or Abacus? Because there's only... Like, how does Sora slow me? Does he slow me? I'm not sure. Let's just get rid of this. Because at least we can use Abacus before Sora. Any setup here? No, I don't think so. Let's just go for it. Yeah, cooldown reduction, baby. I wish we had some of that during the boss fights. It's gonna be a little rough. Do we need that anti-crit chance? I don't think so. I think we'll be fine. Hopefully. We'll see. We got quite far considering the rather rough start. The dungeons especially, the elements, man. Okay, my nose is really itching here. Really annoying. If I fail, it will be because of my nose. The schnauzer. The schnauzer. Nah, I tried to cancel that attack. Okay, fuck you, Atlas. I tried so hard, got so far. I'm not really trying to be a clown here, by the way. I'm just trying to keep myself entertained and not go insane. Paradoxically. I know, I know. Fuck Ball Lightning here. Let's grab a Final Wind element. Which, what does Entourage even do? Extra Whirlwind, so it's 4 instead of 2. Evasion, baby. Ouch. Ouch. Just playing like an idiot. That's okay, though. We got evasion and we got healing. Just do that to counteract the thief inevitably teleporting up my asshole. Dodge the Lancer jump, and then we are good to go. Just walk around a bunch. Entourage is just completely useless. As per usual, you know. You know how it is. Spam! Mission spam! No! Oh, I tried. Okay, Lancer, man. Lancer is pure distress. Just gets you stun locked out of nowhere. I know there's healing up top. Shut the fuck up. I take pride in actually having survived this. Okay, more movement damage. More, well, crit chance healing. These are awfully useless, but if we buy this, we at least stand a chance of getting to buy another item. And Abacus shouldn't be too useful. Actually, these two won't be too useful either. We have a raffle ticket. We might be able to swing this around. Ha 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 ha. Surely that will work out. Nope. No, it didn't. Now, Vial is helpful in conjunction with the Locket. We should probably get rid of this for now. And still no effect, unfortunately. Now, soccer cleats are not going to be useful at all, I don't think. They don't affect our basics, so they are completely worthless to us. Do we need anything else? I don't think so. I think we are good to go. Let's do this. Let's freaking do this. Mr. Sora, Mr. Master Sora. Please be gentle on me. Okay. Let's collect our spirits here. And be big brave boys. Try to get rid of as many orbs as we can. Also, dodging the guy. Ah, I fell right for that. Couldn't block that, unfortunately. But I tried. Some very narrow dodging here. Again, we have to take what we can get. Okay, that's it, that's it. Whoo, boy. Actually got some decent damage here, but mostly all of these sustain items. I love the combination of Nemesis plus Shark Mask with this. That's exactly what I was talking about. Like, Signature is really the second thing you can rely on. And we got plenty of Signature in this run. We got some basics. Just some basic supporters, but yeah, they weren't too useful. However, it was decent. Okay, this was a decent one, I'd say. I'm glad it's finally over. I will definitely not go back to playing this build. On to the next element. I'm not saying build, because I don't intend to play wind. Whatever it may be, it's not gonna be centered around wind. Oof. Alright, what do I say here? I've already held a speech at the beginning of this epic epoch of me playing wind, so let's just keep it simple and plain. I wish you Merry Christmas, whether you celebrate or not. I'm not sure whether I'll actually get to record another video prior. I do not think so. Anyway, you will see this, you will end up seeing this probably around January, February, I don't even know. We'll see, alright? Thanks for watching, anywho, and I wish you a good... fucked it up again. I wish you a good morning, a good day, or a good night, wherever you are. And see you next time. Bye bye.